Ooh, what's good, Commanders fans? Thank goodness that game is over, man. I really wanted to start my recap video while the game was going on. I really should have did that. Trace McSorley got lucky that the interception that he threw, the guy fumbled it. Rosemy Jack Saint did a good job recovering the fumble. He made a couple of nice passes to Michael Wiley. Michael Wiley definitely, I think he's going to make the roster. I think he should make it for sure. Chris Rodriguez once again, one carry for 3 yards. They just don't see him really on this roster. They didn't draft him, so I think Michael Wiley is just a better player. He's a more explosive player. Jeremy McNichols, I think he's ahead of Jeremy McNichols as well. But that was rough. If you guys took the under on BetUS, I put that in my community post, the under, and then in my preview video I said the under. And make sure you guys make that pick on BetUS. I hope you guys made that pick. I hope you guys tailed the pick, because this game went well under 38 points. We got 19 points. Shout out to Riley Patterson for helping us out on that under there. Riley Patterson, who's awful, who should be cut. He should not be allowed on the plane ride back home. His key card should not work. Everything he has should be gone. So Riley Patterson should not be on this roster by really tomorrow, honestly. Dan Quinn needs to seriously, I'm not even joking, he needs to hand him his pink slip tomorrow and bring back Ramiz Ahmed and then sign another kicker. Because Ramiz Ahmed, he made the kick. He should have stayed. He made the kick last week against the Jets. He should have stayed on the roster. So I'm not even talking about Jayden Daniels yet, which is disrespectful. But I just had to get some of the stuff that we saw at the end of the game out the way. Luke McCaffrey was returning punts. He should have caught a punt. And then Mitchell Tinsley drops the pass. It was thrown behind him by Trace McSorley, but you got to make that catch, man. You got to make that catch if you want to make the roster. So I don't think he's going to make the roster. And Kaz Allen, you can cut him too with that fumble. I think that sealed the deal there too. Even though, he's supposed to be like a wide receiver. He's supposed to be a combo guy. I'm not going to call him a poor man's Curtis Samuel, but a common man's Curtis Samuel, to be respectful to Kazmir Allen. But yeah, he should be released. He shouldn't be on the roster anymore. But I like Mitchell Tinsley. I would love for him to make the roster. I don't want to cut him just because of that one drop. But that was a big drop. All right, let's get to Jayden, man. 10 for 12. 10 for 12, man. This guy was balling today. Did the whole first quarter, 10 for 12, 78 yards. The only thing that held him back was Andrew Wiley false starting and holding. That's the only thing. And Riley Patterson missing that kick. That's the only thing. I didn't like that he didn't slide, but it was kind of awkward position for him to slide. And Dan Quinn was kind of, yelling. He wasn't really yelling at him, but he was raising his voice at Jayden to say to slide or whatever. And then Jayden looked at him, was joking and smiling and knew. But, we just kind of have that PTSD from a guy who ran a lot and got injured. So I'm not going to compare, of course, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys get where I'm coming from for sure. So don't want to see him get hurt in a preseason game. But I was fine with the quarterback keeper. How long was that run for? That was a 13-yard run and made it look very, very easy. Made it look very, very easy. He was so under control, so poised, so cool, calm, and collected. De'Ami Brown, he looked good. He had 3 catches. I know they weren't big plays like last week, but De'Ami looks very confident. This is the best I've probably seen him other than that Titans game. He looks confident. I know it was only 3 catches for 19 yards, but the chemistry that Jayden and De'Ami have. And then I love the 3rd and 2, the comeback route to Terry. Hit him right in the numbers. Terry scampers up the field for 20 yards. That was beautiful on 3rd and 2. He also had a 3rd and 2 conversion. He had a nice pass to John Bates over the middle for 16 yards as well. So he was moving the chains, and I love the up-tempo offense by Cliff Kingsbury. I love it. It is basically the opposite of what we saw last year from Eric Bieniemy. Very predictable, very slow, very repetitive. Just throwing the ball, dropping it back. B-Rob looked good running the football too. But just to get back to Jayden, man, he looked the part once again. I thought he had 2 solid drives. One did end in a field. One did end in a field goal, and the other one, Riley Patterson shanked it to the right. But Jayden looked the part, man. The touch is there, the accuracy is there. He got a pass to Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson had a 5-yard catch. He did hit the screen pass to Austin Eckler this time. He didn't throw it over his head. But I love the pass to John Bates. I love the pass to Terry where he got some yak. I love the pass to De'Ami Brown for the first down as well. And he took the check down to Ben Sinnott as well when, after Andrew Wiley had that holding penalty. He had the holding penalty that pushed him back. And he just took what the defense gave him. Didn't put the ball in harm's way. Took what the defense gave him. Was very smart. Looked like he had the command of the offense. He really did. I loved everything that he did out there, and I love what Cliff Kingsbury is doing. Like, I'm excited to really. This is going to be a fun season. Win, lose, or draw. I think we got a very, very close to potential franchise guy in Jayden Daniels, and I think Cliff is actually the right guy. I know it's very early to say that, but I think Cliff is kind of the right guy for Jayden with this up-tempo style that he's going to run, the RPOs and stuff like that, the quarterback keepers. He did another design run that didn't go far. It was like a 2-yard, 3-yard run, but it was fine, man. It was fine. I thought everything went smoothly. I think we saw what we wanted to see from Jayden, and I thought it was fine. He got in, got out, didn't get hurt, and looks like he's ready to play week 1. And he was cheering on his teammates on the sideline. So A++ for Jayden Daniels. 93.8 passer rating, 83.3 completion rate in the game today, and 91 total yards today as well. So he looked the part for sure. All right, so other notes. I got to talk about Jamin Davis. I'm just happy for him. I really am. I'm going to do my stock up, stock down tomorrow or Monday, at the latest Monday, probably tomorrow. But Jamin Davis, I'm so happy for him, man. He's gotten so much flack from the media, from the fans, just from everybody. And that was a heck of a pass rush move to beat the guy inside. That was awesome. And he's been working hard, making a position change. Jordan McGee is out. So another linebacker I feel like is injured or out. And Jamin Davis is going to make the roster. He deserves to make the roster, whether it's a linebacker or edge rusher. We have depth at linebacker, but I think they should keep him anyway because he knows the position to play linebacker. They should just keep him anyway just for depth. But I think he can make it. I'm not saying he's going to go out there and get 4 sacks on the season or anything like that. But if he plays like that, I know it's a backup tackle. But still, that was a big play in a strip sack. And ball is life. We forced a turnover. It's about darn time we forced a turnover. And that was great from Jamin. That was awesome. That was probably the play of the day for me. Other than the Jayden Daniels stuff, that was probably the play. That was something that he really, really needed for his confidence as well. Emmanuel Forbes didn't get cooked, so that's good. Ben St. Juste, man. My goodness, man. This is what I said to Emmanuel Forbes. I was like, and I said it to Ben St. Juste too. Not like they heard me or anything, but I was like, do not get cooked by Braxton Berrios. Do not get cooked by Kyrick McGowan. Do not get cooked by a 3rd string, 4th string receiver. And guess what Ben St. Juste does? He goes out there and gets beat by River Craft, whatever his name is, River Craft, with a quick release, not physical. And it was on a 4th and 1 too, like in the red zone. Just Tua lobbed it up, easy touchdown for River Craft. Right on Ben St. Juste, who's our starting corner, going up against a backup to Tyreek Hill and a backup to Jaden Waddle and a backup to Odell Beckham, a backup to the backups. And he goes out there and lets him score a touchdown. Doesn't even turn his head around. So, I mean, that's it. And then if this regime, if the front office, if they're comfortable with Mike Davis, Emmanuel Forbes, Ben St. Juste, all right, we'll see what happens, man. Stephon Gilmore's out there, man. And I am now banging on the table for Stephon Gilmore. They do need to bring him in. And they're playing games. If they feel comfortable with this secondary, something's wrong. I know Mikey Sanders still is the only one who, was out there tackling hard. Jeremy Reed struggled to tackle. Mikey Sanders still did a heck of a job tackling. Tyler Owens did a heck of a job tackling on special teams. That kickoff tackle, that was great. Who got a sack? John Baptiste had a nice sack out there. Tyler Owens had a nice hit. Jeremy Reed struggled to tackle. Quan Martin made some nice plays in coverage on that deep play, and then on the 3rd down, it was like 3rd and 3 or 3rd and 4, something like that. He made a nice he made a nice play in coverage as well. Percy Butler did drop an interception, but Braxton Berrios dropped a touchdown pass. Jahan Dotson did a better job blocking, and then he did have 1 catch. And then Luke McCaffrey made a nice catch. He was doing punt returns. I always talked about that earlier. AJ Woods got beat for a big play, but then he got a sack, so he made up for it a little bit there. Trace McSorley was not good today. I think I already talked about that. He struggled out there. Got sacked a couple times and overthrew guys, threw the ball in the dirt. And I get it, he just got signed. He got signed 2 days ago and kind of had to play a game. So just to be fair to him, I guess you got to keep that in the context. Like next week, they're not playing Jayden. They should not play Jayden. They shouldn't play any starters. This is a dress rehearsal for guys who are fighting to make the roster. And Trace McSorley and Jeff Driscoll. So Jeff Driscoll will probably play the whole first half, in my assumption. And then Trace McSorley will probably play in the second half. Or they may just play Jeff Driscoll for the first quarter, who had a solid game. The 43-yard run was awesome. That was a beautiful play. That was a 41-yard run for him. That was awesome by Jeff Driscoll. He's so athletic, man. He's pretty shifty out there too, man. He can run, man. He can really run. He's an athlete. He really is an athlete. And so if he only plays the first quarter next week and they just give the majority of the game to Trace McSorley, that's going to be a rough watch. But that's something that they may do. Martavis Bryant, I think they called a penalty on the guy who held him, or he just dropped it. But I think they did call a penalty on that. And Jeremy McNichols didn't really get much burn. 3 carries for 3 yards. Michael Wiley, 2 carries for 7 yards, but he had a couple catches, 3 catches for 31 yards, 23-yard catch to put us in field goal range. Luke McCaffrey with a 21-yard catch. I did like that from him. James Crowder had a couple nice catches, but he didn't have any punt return reps, which is odd, but I think he's the best punt returner on the team. Alimide Zacchaeus had 2 catches for 9 yards. One was a 5-yard catch, but I don't think he had any punt returns today. Yeah, no punt returns for... Yeah, the only guy that returned punts was Casimir Allen. But Riley Patterson, he's a problem. He's got to go, man. They got to cut him ASAP. Cole Turner could have had a catch, but it was kind of an overthrow by Trace McSorley, so I'm not going to ding him for that. But he's got to hang on to the football. And then defensively, I thought Chiggy made some plays. One guy did get beat. I talked about that. It was Alan Woods, I think. There was legit some guys that I saw. I didn't know their names at all. Oh, Hagan Nadubuzi got a sack, so that's good by him. I'm trying to think who else made an impact or anything like that. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up, guys, here. But there was Rosemy Jack Saint had a catch. I did like that by Rosemy Jack Saint. I think he should be on the practice squad. But, if you're talking about the wide receiver 2 thing, like Jahan, like, I'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow with the studs and duds. Like, he didn't make his stock go up or go down. Like, he didn't really make any mistakes, which is good. And he didn't make any plays that anointed him or anything like that. But, yes, if you look at it right now, wide receiver number 2 is De'Ami Brown. It is. He is. He really is. He really is the number two guy. I just think he has better chemistry with Jayden. At this point, I get it's only been 1 series and like really 3 or 4 series in a whole, so it's hard to make an observation off that. But from what I see, Jayden and De'Ami have a nice connection, man. So I'm excited for De'Ami. I actually really believe that he can have a good year now. I just like the confidence and the swag that he's playing with. The body language looks good. I know we're talking about body language a lot now with what B. Mitch had to say, but his body language looks good. His confidence looks good. So I'm excited to see what De'Ami does with Jayden for sure. But Jayden looks the part. That's the big thing that I got. The biggest takeaways was Jayden looks the part. Ben St. Juste in the secondary are scary. And Andrew Wiley, man, what's up with him? He needs to wake up. And Cornelius Lucas, I thought he was fine. And then defensively, Jamin making that big play. Like, he made the roster off of that play. He made the roster. He's gonna play again next week, but I think he made the roster off that play. So, but you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, Health Commanders. Oh, and then also hit the under on Chris Rodriguez on PrizePicks as well. Make sure you guys sign up for PrizePicks. They got a new deal. It's like you deposit, I think $5, you get $50 worth of money towards PrizePicks. You sign up with my link down below in the description. They changed the promo that they're giving out, and the promo code for me is eddyoliver. All right, you guys, Health Commanders. Peace.